This episode of Boruto didn't have a lot to go on, to be honest with you, up until the very end. The beginning was kind of interesting because they show you the way the field trip was even brought up, okay? So Naruto goes to Iruka, essentially telling him about the field trip, proposing it to him, and then the rest of the episode is the entire class deciding on a leader, and then preparing for the field trip, and then traveling to the Hidden Mist village. That's almost the entirety of the episode. Now, the one thing that I'm disappointed by in this episode was that I honestly had hoped that the Hidden Mist was going to be vastly different from the Hidden Leaf in terms of how it looks, okay? I was expecting different scenery, I was expecting different surroundings, and I didn't really get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they got to the Hidden Mist village, it literally looked just like the Hidden Leaf, except that it's on a big island instead of in the middle of a crater like on the Hidden Leaf. And it threw me off because, you know, I had hoped that there was gonna be, you know, a kind of change of scenery and whatnot, but that's fine, okay? Anyways, the buildings, everything looks just like the Hidden Leaf. There is a few things that does kind of remind you that they're in the Hidden Mist and not the Leaf, and that is that some buildings have the Hidden Mist symbol. There's a fountain in the middle of the city that has like the Hidden Mist symbol as well, and of course the shinobi, right? So we have two new ninjas that get introduced in this episode. One of them is called Kagura, which is the guide for Boruto's field trip class. And then the second one gets introduced at the very end of the episode. His name is Shizuma, and we already know his full name is Shizuma Hoshigaki, which means he's from Kisame's clan. Essentially, I already know this guy's gonna be bad news because of the way they introduced him. So the way they introduced Kagura was very lighthearted. It was like, okay, he's a regular guy. He's gonna be Boruto's field guide. That's really it. But then Shizuma was introduced in a very ominous way. And the way the episode ended kind of just confirms that for you. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. So Boruto and Denki go after Iwabe, okay, to look for him, because here's the thing about Iwabe. Throughout this whole episode, he's just put off by the idea of even going to the Hidden Mist village, because I guess he's heard the stories. He's heard what they've done in the past. He's heard about what kind of really crappy past they have, and I guess he's put off by that. But to me, it seemed like almost like he had some history with them, and I started to believe that for a moment. Like, I started to believe this guy Iwabe has something to do with the Hidden Mist at some point, and that probably might be some character development for him if we do get some kind of idea what that is in the next few episodes. But I don't think it's something personal. I think it's just that he in general doesn't like about what their past kind of has to say about them now, right? Anyways, because Iwabe's been kind of gloomy and he's pretty much isolated himself from the entire class trip, and he's been doing his own thing basically, Boruto and Denki follow after him and tell him, hey, you know what's going on. They're in this alleyway, okay? The way to introduce Shizuma is that one of Shizuma's friends starts a fight with Boruto, and then Shizuma interrupts it. And this guy looks just like Orochimaru, first of all, which is the first bad vibe I got. The second one was the way he was acting too. It really gives you like a really ominous vibe. And then of course, the one thing that confirms it is, as he is leaving after talking to Boruto, he says, I hope you enjoy the Bloody Mist village. And then the entire island gets engulfed in mist, kind of giving you that really ominous feeling of dread and whatnot. So essentially, you already know a conflict is going to happen in the next few episodes. You know, these characters are going to be some kind of part, or they're going to take some kind of part in this specific conflict. Kagura as well gave people hints. Like if you guys notice, when Naruto, well, I was going to say Naruto, when Boruto was looking at like a card game he was gonna buy from one of the vendors in the Hidden Mist, Kagura was like, oh, you know, we're very proud of our village. And then he kind of had like a gloomy face when he said that, and he looked kind of like depressed when he said it. So it was almost like a hint, like there's something there that they just in general just are trying to either hide, or they're giving us little bits of hints because they want you to understand that this is gonna go somewhere. This is gonna actually take place, and something's gonna happen to where there's gonna be some conflict, okay? In general, I like the episode. I just feel that there was a lot of, slice of life, like what happened on the first few episodes of Boruto, where it was all about the classroom and what they were doing at the Ninja Academy. The episode kind of felt like that throughout most of it, okay? But I do like what they're doing. Next week's episode looks very interesting to me, looks very promising. You're gonna see Chojuro, you're gonna see Mei Terumi, which I really am excited to see. And of course, we do get more information on Kagura and whatnot. So all of that is gonna be a really good thing, because they are kind of picking things up. I did think they're gonna go on a cooldown period for a long time, but they are already picking things up to go into the direction of a new arc that's gonna be hopefully interesting. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the episode. I would love to hear from you. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it even despite the fact that it was, kind of slow for most of it. I really did enjoy it. And the moment things pick up, I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy this arc. Anyways, I'm out, guys. Peace.